Ask almost anyone in India about value retailing, and one name will likely come up: DMart. Their reputation for rock bottom prices and fierce customer loyalty has made them seem almost untouchable. For years, they have been the gold standard for value, the master of doing more with less, and the champion of the middle class shopper. The story of their founder, the famously private billionaire Radhakrishnan Damani, has become the stuff of business legend. Before proceeding ahead, please do subscribe the channel so we can reach 1000 subscribers. Thank you very much. A stock market guru who applied his value investing mindset to build a retail empire. But what if I told you that while we have all been watching DMart's prices, another giant has been quietly running a completely different race, a race for sheer size and market control? What if the numbers that really define leadership in Indian retail, like digital reach, total store count, and product variety, paint a very different picture of who is actually on the top? In this video, we are going to break down the surprising area where competitors like Reliance Retail are not just playing catch up but are already leading the pack to conquer India's massive retail landscape. That crown might not be as secure as you think. To really understand the story, you first have to understand the reigning champion of efficiency. DMart, founded by Radhakrishnan Damani, was not built on flashy advertisements or fancy design stores. It was built on one powerful promise: everyday low prices, everyday low cost. Damani, a master of finding undervalued asset in the stock market, applied the same logic to the business: ignore the noise, focus on fundamentals, and build something rock solid. His strategy was brilliantly simple. First, pay your suppliers fast, faster than almost anyone in the industry. While others might take weeks or months, DMart quicker payment cycle made it a favorite for FMCG companies, and in return, those companies often gave DMart better deals. Those savings could then be passed directly to the customers. Second, DMart preferred to own, not rent. The money made a tough call to buy land and building for stores whenever possible. This is a capital heavy move that many rivals avoided, but it saved DMart from the problem of rising rents that can slowly destroy profits. Over the long term, this gave DMart a major cost advantage. What you get is a ruthless, efficient machine. DMart stores are simple, no frill spaces, designed for one thing: selling huge volume of products fast. They focus on curated list of fast moving items, the essential every family needs, which keep inventory moving at a very high speed. This high volume, low cost model has given DMart a legendary reputation for profitability. For the financial year ending March 2024, DMart parent company Avenue Supermart saw its revenue from operations growing to over 42,000 CR. This disciplined expansion is classic Damani. Prove the model works, then scale it, but very carefully. By the end of March 2024, DMart has grown to a total store count of 365 stores. This is the DMart we know: profitable, efficient, and trusted. But this is the only half the story. Now the real question is this: how does DMart efficient model compare against the mind-boggling scale of Reliance Retail? While DMart was perfecting its slow and steady approach, Reliance was building a retail empire with credible size and speed. Reliance Retail is not just a competitor; it's an entire ecosystem backed by a massive strength of Reliance Industries. It has gone after total market saturation. If DMart is a specialist surgeon, Reliance is a general practitioner on a massive scale. Its empire includes groceries through Smart Bazaar, electronics through Reliance Digital, fashion through Trends, and even high-ended luxury products. It has also made a major move in wholesale by acquiring Metro Cash and Carry's Indian business. Now let's talk about the number, because this is where the real story changes. For the financial year ending March 2024, Reliance Retail reported a gross revenue of over 3 lakh CR. Its net profit for the same period was 11,101 CR. But the most stunning number is the store count. As of March 2024, Reliance Retail had over 18,800 operational stores. Let that sink in for a second. DMart, after 2 decades of disciplined growth, had only 365 stores. In the 2024 financial year alone, Reliance added over 1800 stores. That is an average of around 5 new stores opening every single day. This is not just about being bigger. This is a completely different philosophy. Reliance is building a retail presence that is everywhere, aiming to be within reach of every Indian for almost everything they might want to buy. You can buy groceries, upgrade your phone, pick your clothes, and even access financial services, all under Reliance umbrella. This multi-format dominance gives Reliance a scale that DMart simply does not have. When you put these two titans side by side, who is leading really depends on what you are measuring. First, if you talk about overall scale and reach, it is not contest. Reliance Retail is the clear leader with over 18,800 stores across thousands of towns and a registered customer base that grew to over 300 million by the end of financial year 2024. Its physical presence is on a totally different scale from DMart. DMart is a true powerhouse in the cities where it operates, but Reliance is the nationwide giant. Second, let's talk about assortment. DMart genius lies in offering a limited selection of what you need at the lowest possible price. Reliance, on the other hand, wins on sheer variety from basic dal and rice to a premium smartphone to a designer handbag. Its multi format approach gives customer far more choices. If you're looking for the cheapest monthly grocery basket, DMart may still be your go to option. But if you want more options or if you want to buy groceries, electronics, and clothes in the same trip, Reliance has the clear edge. Third, and maybe the most important battleground, is digital. This is where the gap really starts to be done. DMart's online service, DMart Ready, is mainly a cautious click and collect model that extends its physical store strategy. Reliance, however, has gone all in on creating a seamless online to offline world. Powered by Jio, its strategy is to merge digital and physical retail. JioMart uses Reliance thousands of physical stores as a local delivery hubs. In an era where convenience is becoming almost as important as price, this aggressive digital first mindset gives Reliance a major advantage in shaping the future of Indian shopping. Before proceeding ahead, please do subscribe the channel so we can reach 1000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Now back to the point. But this retail war is not just a two-horse race. There is another player changing the game in a different but very important category. Trent, a part of Tata Group. Trent is the company behind Westside and more importantly the explosive phenomenon called Zudio. While DMart mastered value groceries, Zudio is doing something very similar in value fashion. With its focus on trendy clothes at extremely low prices, Zudio has tapped directly into the aspiration of young, fashion conscious India. Trend growth has been exceptional. For the financial year 2024, Trent reported consolidated revenue of around 12,375 crore with a profit of nearly 1,477 crore. This growth was driven by aggressive expansion, especially in Studio. In that year alone, Trent added over 203 Studio stores, bringing its total count to 545 stores by March 2024. Its strategy is clear: go deeper into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities where demand for affordable fashion is massive. By sourcing almost all of its merchandise from within India, Zudio has built a fast supply chain that keeps style fresh and prices low. This matters because Trent is serving a customer that DMart's basic apparel section may not fully capture. Trent may not be fighting DMart directly for grocery spending, but it is becoming a dominant force in the high growth value fashion space. Another huge piece of India's retail puzzle. So, after all of that, who is really leading Indian retail? The truth is, there is no single answer. It depends on how you keep the score. If you define leadership by efficiency, profitability, and flawless execution of one focus model, then DMart is still the professor. As the business case study in value retail, it has very few equals. Its ability to generate profit and build customer loyalty through discipline, cost control, and simplicity is the masterclass. But if leadership means sheer scale, blanketing the map with stores, and building a complete retail ecosystem, then the crown has to go to Reliance Retail. Its massive store network, dominance across multiple formats, and aggressive digital strategy make it the clear leader in overall market reach. And if leadership means conquering the next big growth category and capturing the heart of young India, then Trent is the powerful contender. It is leading the charge in value fashion and it proves that Indian retail is no longer just about groceries and supermarkets. We are moving away from a simple battle of stores and entering the war of ecosystem. The old story of DMart versus everyone else is becoming much more complicated. DMart, the patient tortoise, built an empire on cost control. Reliance, the aggressive hare, is building its empire on speed, scale, and technology. Trent is attacking different category altogether with affordable fashion and fast expansion. The future of Indian retail probably will not be won by single company. It will be divided among giants, each dominating areas where they are strongest. The big question for DMart is whether its legendary efficiency can scale enough to fight on multiple fronts, especially digital. The question for Reliance is whether its massive scale can create a same level of customer love and per store productivity that DMart is famous for. And for Trend, the challenge will be to maintain its incredible momentum as more competitors enter the value fashion space. In the end, the real winner is the Indian consumer who gets more choices, better prices, and more convenience than ever before. The entire retail landscape is shifting right under your feet. But I want to know what you think. Is DMart slow and steady model the winning play for the long term, or will Reliance all out expansion become unstoppable? Who are you backing? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe the channel. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.